Hello, hello, and welcome to the Game Dojo. I'm your boy, the Game Ninja, your host, Triumphant. Welcome to my gaming solitude in the middle of Gamer Nation. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the Power Hour is on, and I have the Ring of Power. Can't be sour. And word on the campfire I just heard is that Nintendo is having a big, phenomenal month. All kind of announcements, all kind of updates, all kind of changes, all kind of amendments. And last week they updated Mario Kart to I believe it was 4.0.1. Again last night I heard they updated it again to 4.0.5. I don't know what they're adding in since Mario Kart World is literally coming out in a week and a half. I don't understand all these updates. All I'm saying is Nintendo as a company is through the roof right now when it comes to production updates and just things going on. So what did Nintendo add? They added games, they added structure, they added minor changes again, overall changes again, and something that I didn't see before, but I'm going to leave it up to you in the comments. So for the next half, I want you to sit back and relax with your favorite bag of snacks and get ready for these game tracks. Because I am the Game Ninja, and this is what I do. Alright, let's jump right into what Nintendo just updated underneath your nose. Oh, and if you're asking about that, yes, those are the Infinity Stones. All of them. Yeah. We don't play here. I could tell you, but I might have to kill you. But yeah, those are the Infinity Stones, in case you were wondering. So you're like, you got the Ring of Power and the Infinity Stones? Yeah, I got the Infinity Gauntlet too, but that's the arm of Thanos right there, chilling. Don't ask. This is how we the masters of gaming. Anyway, let's jump into what Nintendo just did right underneath your nose for another update. Let's do it. Alright, so I took some snapshots from my album, and that's the first thing I'm just going to roll with you with so you can see what they was doing. Alright. Don't worry, we'll get to all this. We'll get to all this in the update. So, like I said before, if you didn't know, last week Mario Kart got updated to 3.0.4. That was the update last week, and there are full patch notes on the line, but I'm 100% sure they didn't let everybody know exactly what they did. Because if you look over here, hold on. If you look over here, you see Nintendo eShop, you see check virtual game cart, support information, important information, and intellectual properties, right? Yeah. So we did that. Mario Kart booted up. Everything seemed exactly the same. I looked for anything that could have possibly changed, but I couldn't find anything. I even played a few games, found absolutely nothing. Well, I got note, along with, they did update the Nintendo 64, in case you didn't know. When they updated the Nintendo 64, we got Killer Instinct Gold. That's right. We were given Killer Instinct Gold for Nintendo 64. I know what you're saying. Was that on the Mature app? It was not on the Mature app. But of the topics that we're covering, that is one of the games for May that they pumped out. Also, I have so many questions about Animal Crossing, using the island transfer tool or transferring your island to the new Nintendo Switch 2. I do know that you can only have one island at a time, which means if you transfer your island to your Nintendo Switch 2, you have to build a new island on Nintendo Switch 1 because it's gone. So there is not a shared island experience between the two Nintendos. If you have a Nintendo Switch 2 and you install it on Nintendo Switch 2, you can bring over your island, what I'm being told, but you lose everything on the Switch 1. So you can't go back to your Switch 1 and expect to play Animal Crossing there and have your whole island and jump on. Can't do it. I don't know why. I don't understand why, but that is what's coming from Nintendo. So you got to pick and choose, either Nintendo Switch 1 or Nintendo Switch 2. A lot of people is junking their Nintendo Switch 1s and trading them in for the 2s. I'm still thinking there's something you need to keep your 1 for, so I would keep it around just a little bit longer, because there may be something attached to it. Because let's just face it, I don't think everything is going to work on the Switch 2 like the Switch 1 did, or from the Switch 1. So you might still want to have some fun on Switch 1. Like, will the visuals be different on a Switch 2 for my Animal Crossing? Is it worth trying to transfer my island and losing everything and over 1,600 hours worth of work in progress? I don't know, but we gonna see. But I might just keep it on my Switch 1, and that's just where I gets down on my Animal Crossing fun. Now, if they make Animal Crossing 2 for the Switch, we'll be there all day, every day. But I think I might leave my 1 right on here where it is. Just too risky for me, too rich for my blood. All right, back on the screen, crispy and clean. You can try, but no why, because you can't intervene. We just got this one, 3.0.5. Now, if you notice from the other screen, when we were on this screen, this was not here. If you update and are still unable to use downloadable content or an upgrade pack, load the virtual game card from virtual game cards on the home menu. I say that again. Now, I have the picture because I wanted to show you. This is what it was last week. You see the eShop, you see check virtual game card, support information, import information, intellectual property notice. That's what was on last week's. This week, when you go into it, if you update and are still unable to use downloadable content or upgrade pack, load the virtual game card from the virtual game card home menu. What is this about? What is this about? Because to me, it's saying this update that you created means that when you play Mario Kart Deluxe on Switch 2, there is an upgrade pack or some form of downloadable content for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And I'm a little bit sketchy on this. This is the video, so y'all can see everything ran like the way it normally ran. Yeah, nothing different. With the same characters was there, all the ones that was unlocked. Everything was the same. I checked all the CCs to make sure everything was straight. Everything was exactly the same when it came into Mario Kart. As far as I know, because like I said, that phrase is what's kind of messing with me right now. If you update and are still unable to use downloadable content or upgrade pack, load the virtual game card from your virtual game card menu, home menu. That has me a little bit disturbed. But they also dropped Nintendo Switch Game Boy Update 2.0.0. Now I'm wondering if they're getting all of this ready, because remember, the GameCube is going to be out day 1 on the Nintendo Switch as well. Part 2, the Nintendo Switch 2 is going to have the GameCube. Now hold on. All right, so here's my question. Let's say if you don't get rid of your Nintendo Switch 1 and you still have the online inspection pack, you ain't gonna get GameCube because they know how it's coded. So you ain't gonna get GameCube. But they said the Nintendo Switch Game 1 experience is still there. So does that mean every time there's an update for a game on Switch 2, Switch 1 gets it? Or does that mean they specifically have a different online expansion experience on the Switch 2 from Switch 1? Because how do you separate them and differentiate? Because you wouldn't be making these little updates and upgrades almost daily if you weren't hashing something out. And that's the curious point, because I'm like, I know the Game Boy, Nintendo, NES, Nintendo 64, Mature, all those are going to be on the Switch too. But if it's a solid rollout experience of all together, how does it not pop on the Nintendo Switch 1 online game expansion pack? Is it just not available? It doesn't show? Is it coded different? Like, I have questions. But I guess we're gonna find out, because I was expecting them to come out and just say everything that's happening, but they're kind of leaving us all in the dust. Nobody being able to get their hands on a Nintendo Switch, even from the media, to review it, because Nintendo says there's this day one patch they have to add. So like, even if like you stole a Switch, you wouldn't be able to do stuff with it right now. Like, there's something big that they're still holding back, and none of us are being told what it is. Like, maybe when it goes live, we're gonna figure it out, because Paul Rudd even asked for a Nintendo Switch, and he did the commercial for him, and they was like, yeah, we're gonna need that back, buddy. So I'm like, they're very meticulous over the Nintendo Switch 2. All my favorite YouTubers and stuff like that, if they signed MDAs, maybe that's what it is. But nobody has like an early system to test and show you. Like, the only thing you've seen is the Nintendo experiences. Now remember, when Nintendo Switch 1 came out, Jimmy Fallon had it, this person had it, you could check this person out, and it was letting you know how much you wanted to see it, and it wet your whistle of what you wanted to get down with and play. But unfortunately, this time around, they're more closed and secretive over everything, and I don't know why. It's an intriguing feeling, but it's a terrifying feeling at the same time. So anyway, they did drop the Game Boy and some Game Boy games, and we're gonna go through them with you real quick. All right, so we downloaded it, we popped it on there. There's something new to play. Sorry, my throat piece is all jacked up. What is it? I'm gonna let you see. See, look, I be taking little video clips for y'all. As far as I know, these clips can't be transferred over there. So that's another reason why I wanted to keep my Switch 1. So you got Sword of Hope, Survival Kids, Gradius Interstellar Assault, and Kirby's Star Stacker. So that's what you got. This is what we got for Game Boy games. Now, I put it on Game Boy Color just because I wanted to see them in color. But remember, the emulator that they have does both Game Boy Green and Game Boy Color. See, I put mine on Game Boy Color, but they do have Game Boy Green. And you can put the North American versions, or both North American and European versions on there. Sometimes there's some slight differences. Sometimes there's not. So Sword of Hope, if you've never played it, by Kemco, it's a pretty cool game. I did some little bit stuff for you guys so you guys can see it. I did pictures and I did some vids. So we moved on to Survival Kids. That was a pretty good. If you wanted to see the rest of that, I'm gonna do a full video on it later on. So then we moved on to Survival Kids. Survival Kids is by Nintendo, but it's a Konami game. If you never played it, I never did too, so it was easily to jump into. The other one, it's like a multi-world explore. It's kind of like, I guess the only thing I could liken to is Zelda. Now this is something completely different. This, you get to pick your character, selecting boy or girl. You jump right in. I don't know why, for some reason, you get to watch the Titanic sink. But that's exactly what it looked like. It's kind of like manga. I don't know what dad would give his daughter a knife for a present unless she was out here in these streets. She out here in these streets. The weather started getting rough. The tiny ship was tossed. If not for the courage of the fearless crew, the minnow would be lost. The minnow would be lost. Yeah, it happened. The ship set sail on the shore of this uncharted desert isle, with Gilligan, the skipper too, the millionaire and his wife, the movie star, the professor and Marianne, here on Gilligan. See, I ate the clam, stomach's bloated, lost the clam, just threw it up. I just threw up a clam, see? That's why you don't be out here eating no foreign clams on the island you just found. That's right. You can't be out here eating clams and coconuts if you don't know nothing about them. This game I could see jumping into. I could definitely see jumping into this. So then we moved on to Kirby's Star Stacker. That little pink ball of goo, that ghost that I always, for some reason, is he one of the ghosts from Mario? Or was Kirby completely different because he was pink? Because he looked like a Boo ghost from Mario. Like, I always wondered, like, was Kirby part of the ghost and they turned him into his own separate thing because he's a friendly ghost like Casper? I don't know. Anyway, 1997 comes back with a vengeance because Star Stacker is your best Kirby experience. I'm living my best life. I ain't going back and forth with you, Kirby. I'm living my best life. Yeah, Kirby is what you think it is. So basically, that was like Tetris with Kirby. Nintendo does that a lot with a lot of games. Then we moved on to Gradius Interstellar Assault. And this is up my alley because I never played Gradius Interstellar Assault, but I know blazing lasers when I see blazing lasers. And this game is blazing lasers. Konami. Oh yeah, we was out here. See, I like jumping in and playing these games because a lot of them I missed. Oh, we was out here. We was in these streets. See, y'all thought we was joking. We was in these streets. So if you're wondering right now, it is available right now. If you have the online expansion pass, you can get the expansion pass, or if you have online, you got Survival Kids, you got Gradius Interstellar, Kirby Star Stacker, and Sword of Hope. And like I said, you can get it in the spinach green, or you can get it in Game Boy Color. It's both available. Also right now, I'm gonna show you guys something that I'm gonna put you onto something. They got some stuff coming out on the Nintendo store that's weird. This is just the this ain't going online to the actual purchasing store. This is just the infrastructure on your main Switch. Now they got the Nintendo 64 Rumble Pack icon. They got the double-decker disc system. They got all the colors. And I'm like, what's going on? Y'all feeling, something's about to go down. And then I saw, they got the Nintendobot, Robbie the Robot. They got the Nintendo Disc. They got the Famicom, the Super Famicom. They got the Tower of Power. Like, I'm like, why? They taking it back for some reason. And I think they got something up their sleeves. And as I said before, Killer Instinct Gold is also now available, which means you have Killer Instinct on Super Nintendo online here. And then you have Killer Instinct Gold on here, both playable online multiplayer to have fun. Now it's funny because it says blood of use in alcohol and violence, yet they have a mature Nintendo 64 app that they could have put this on, but they didn't. And they haven't updated the Nintendo 64 mature app. And I'm wondering that's because when they go over to the Nintendo Switch 2, do they have more games like Mortal Kombat and things like that they can add to that mature app? They just didn't have the ability to add it to the Nintendo Switch 1 app, which is crazy. So one of the online tasks they gave you for this month was jumping into 2 games. One is that colorful little dinosaur, Yoshi, and Yoshi's Story. I've never played this, but I had a ball, and I do have Yoshi's Crafted World that I've been jumping into a lot more lately. Now, I'm going to say something, and this might offend a few people, but it is what it is. All right, I'm going to say this from the beginning. No offense intended, no offense implied. You allowed to do whatever you want to do with your properties, and I'm 100% with you on it. You can do whatever you want. You could do whatever you like. But I'm just going to ask a question because of all the different color Yoshis that they have on Mario Kart World. One was eliminated, and I don't know why. Maybe it was they didn't want to get into a touchy problem with people. Maybe because it's a little bit lacking. But if you notice, even in this game, he's not present. And I'm going to be the person to point it out. I know nobody want to say it, but I'm going to be him. I'm going to be the person that pull it out. He's a member of Team Red Shell. He was adopted in. I'm going to speak on it on the behalf of the honorable delegation of Yoshis. Where's Black Yoshi? And why was Black Yoshi cut from Mario Kart World? I don't know if he's a hidden character. I don't know if he in the hood. I don't know if they just like, you know what, we kind of want to stray away from the black character because, it's a hot button point right now. But all I'm saying is you got the red Yoshi, blue Yoshi, green Yoshi, yellow Yoshi, purple Yoshi. You got all the Yoshis chilling up there. But there is a Black Yoshi. And where is my Black Yoshi? Where's my Black Yoshi? That's all I want to say is where is my Black Yoshi? Don't know what I'm talking about? Hang on right here. Hang on. See, the Game Ninja, y'all think I'm play pimping, but the Game Ninja about to put you on. I'm about to put you on. Watch. I'm about to put you on. Y'all think. I'm telling you. I'm in these streets with Kart. We in these streets. Y'all don't know we in these streets. Oh, yeah, we in these streets. Y'all don't think. Yeah, see, you think you know, but you have no idea. See, 3.0.5. Let's just do single player. Let me do a Grand Prix pick, and I'm just gonna do 100 versus L. We ain't running through with it. Where my boys at? Where my Yoshis at? Where my Yoshis at? Right here. Now, when you click on Yoshi, You should be able to see all the different Yoshis, right? Which John? Which John button is that? Hold on. What button is that? How do you change it? What button is it? Damn, I forgot what button it was. Hold on. No, go back. There we go. You see my homeboy right here in the corner? They got white Yoshi. They got orange Yoshi, pink Yoshi, blue Yoshi, red Yoshi, yellow Yoshi. Dark. They have 2 different color blue Yoshis. So clearly the Yoshi race is represented. Original green Mean Bean Machine. But black Yoshi is missing from the roster. They showed every color Yoshi but the black one. We need to talk. We need to have a conversation. So all I'm saying is we need to have a conversation, because why was Black Yoshi dropped from the big show? That's all I want to know, is why my boy was dropped from the big... I ain't trying to go in here. Oh, by the way, the new e-store is red, in case y'all didn't know. The new e-store is red. It used to be orange. It's red now. It functions a lot better. They changed a whole lot. But yeah, let me get back to my Yoshi here, because he ain't represented here either. Yeah. So I picked red Yoshi. You gotta love these Yoshi games. I don't know nobody who don't love them. Yoshi is that boy. He's cute. He's fun. He's a dinosaur. I don't agree with Mario smacking him in the back of the head and making him eat fruit in Super Nintendo. But, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Everybody got some beef. So, another game that they want you to play for missions is Dixie Kong's Double Trouble. Now, standing on business, I'm 100. I don't like Donkey Kong. I don't like the fact that he lied and said they created Mario Kart in that Mario movie. I still ain't over it. I ain't over the peelings. Me and him, we go all the way back. You don't understand, to 64. Me and Donkey got some issues we ain't hashed out. I don't even care he got a new game. Matter of fact, I ain't even buying it out of spite. I don't even want to play it out of spite. I got a problem with Kong. Me and him, we ain't hashed it out yet. Now, there are some members of the Kong family that we cool with. Only 2. Dixie, she never did a brother wrong. So Dixie, we cool. The other one is Donkey Kong Jr., his son, and the wife beater from Super Mario Kart, the first one. Me and him, we ain't never have no peeling problems. We ain't never have no issue problems at all. Me and him is cool. So I'm straight. The whole Donkey Kong family, Diddy, Donkey, Robbie, Bobby, Ricky, and Mike, Funky, all of them, they can go to hell. I don't like them. And Donkey, I see you on that field in Mario Kart World. There's something coming your way. I don't care. Like they say, on sight, you getting wrecked, son. On sight. I don't care. For GP, for no reason. It don't even matter. You going down for no reason at all. I don't care what you doing. You could be having a snack at the drive-in. It's going to be a shell coming straight up in you, bruh. Not playing. Donkey Kong Jr., Dixie, we aight. So I'm gonna let y'all know that. That's the reason why I was able to bust Dixie Kong's Double Trouble and have some fun. Cause me and her, we aight. We aight. Maybe Candy. Candy be blowing them kisses in Donkey Kong Country, but I don't know. She kind of iffy in that dress. I don't know. Like she trying to, I don't know. I'm not gonna say it, but I don't know. Something up with her. But we ain't never done, no, she ain't never done me wrong either, but I don't know. I don't be stopping by Dixie's a lot unless I'm just trying to save the game. That's about it. Matter of fact, when she blow that kiss, I dip and let Donkey catch it. So anyway, Dixie Kong's Double Trouble. Let's check it out. All right, y'all. It's on the Super Nintendo app. Like I said, if you didn't know, if you don't know, now you know. And it's another rare game. I don't trust him either. I don't trust him either. I damn sure don't trust you. But I ain't never met this Kong before, so I'm gonna give him some leeway. I don't know who he is. He's like a baby Kong, but so far I ain't have no issues with him. Lakeside Limbo. Now, I never played this before, so I was trying to get the mechanics down before I move forward. How you hit people, how you slide people, how you land on people. The music to me ain't as amazing as Donkey Kong Country, but it's a cute little game. I'm not gonna lie. I can see rocking it. And yes, you can go underwater. I know one, yeah, you can go underwater. I like the little elephant. And like I said, all of this is on the Nintendo Switch. Now, this will be available on the Nintendo Switch 2 as well, but I don't know if they're upgrading like certain games. And as you can see, there is a lot on the Super Nintendo app. They just gave us the Numbunga's Ambition and that whole legacy, but there is a lot. So we completed all the trials for this month, which the last two was, you know what I'm saying, playing Mario Kart 8, backing up save data, playing Donkey Kong Country 3, Yoshi's Story, using the online application and playing game trials, you know what I'm saying? That game trials, in case you didn't know that, we did that Star Wars. Not Racer. We did that Star Wars Hunter. Star Wars Hunter is what we did. So, if you guys don't know about Game Share, this is that new thing that they updated on the Switch to share games from system to system, especially Switch 1 to Switch 2. I don't know why I was trying to say snitch, but they also have virtual game cards. That's how you talk about your digital games now. They are no longer known as the digital games. They are known as virtual game cards. And these are them. These can also be found on your phone, on your Nintendo account. Or if you're on a tablet or a computer, if you go into your Nintendo account, these are there as well. Now, I don't know if they can be loaded from there, or maybe you can purchase them from there, from like Nintendo, and then have them put on one of your systems. That sounds very high tech, but that might be the case. But this is something I just found out. So I'm still learning like y'all learning. And every week is some new different settings, some new stuff going down. So I want y'all to just keep your eye on it. Now, you see my Genesis right here, my Sega Genesis? I did a video and a lot of people was talking about it like, yeah, it's still there. It's still here in the catalog area. But when you go to the online button, Nintendo Switch Online, right here, when you go to this, it's not on here no more. That's the bad problem. I was kind of hoping they would add it on here, because it used to be like if you drop down right here to where it says games, right here, right at the end, when you go over up here at the top, there's nothing else. There's nothing else. It was right here at the end and it's not there. For the people who was questioning it, it's in the video that I put up. But I'm going to show you again so that you know. Look. Expansion pack content is just Game Boy, just this, bam, bam, bam. And down here, hold on, go back. If you hit, right, Game Boy Advance is the last system. Nintendo 64, Game Boy, Super NES, NES, and then it says all. I'm sorry, Genesis is not here no more. They kicked Genesis off the platform. Genesis is no longer here. Now, if you want to... What's this? Something else? I got something for doing something? No, I got it all. I don't know what y'all said was something new. No, I got it all. Now, if you go into all software and click on it, you'll find it there. But it's no longer in that Nintendo Switch Online, John, which is what I was trying to tell people. But no, nobody want to listen. So now I illustrated it for you again a second time. That Nintendo Switch Genesis is getting played out. They left him out, and I feel bad, which is why I gave him light. I gave him light because over here, I got, you know what I'm saying? Can I brighten that up? Can y'all see that? I got a Sega Genesis right here, original Sega Genesis. I got a Sega Genesis Mini. Hell, I even got the Sega Genesis at Games John that they put out and put all the games in there. I have an entire Sega wall with Sega games going all the way up into the ceilings. I have Sega Genesis. You know what I'm saying? I feel it. I understand. But on the same token, you ain't gonna sit my boy in the corner at the little kids table and pretend that it ain't part of the game. Because it is. I'm sorry, Nintendo, you wrong for that. You put my boy in the corner. Nobody puts Genesis in the corner. I'm not saying it's better, but I understand for all those commercials they made in the 90s and in the 80s, you finally gonna solidify it by hitting the nail on the hammer right there. I get it. You know what I'm saying? Genesis can't do this on Nintendo. You like, what Genesis doing now? Go sit in that corner. Go sit in the kids' table. I understand. But on the same token, you can't just silence Genesis. It will be here. It is a part of our gaming step stool. And yes, it was direct competition with Nintendo. But right now, Nintendo also has Xbox games come to it. It has PlayStation games coming to it. So guys, you may put it out of existence. You may put it in the corner. You may not let it dance with Johnny Castle, the last dance of the summer. But nobody puts Baby in the corner. And Genesis, it's not in the corner. It's still here. And I'm gonna let y'all know that nobody puts Genesis in the corner. Sega. Now I had the time of my life. No, I never felt like this before. Yes, I swear it's so true. And I owe it all to you, 'cause I had the time of my life, and I owe it all to you. Boom, boom, ba-doom, boom, 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 ba-doom, boom, 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 ba-doom, boom. I've been waiting for so long to bust some altar beats and hear that song right here, me. Y'all hear that, right? As we take each other's hands, you can understand. See what I'm saying? Look at that. Do you hear that? Do you hear that? Come on. Power up. Come on, man. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Try. Why you trying to sneak up and hit me? Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Come on. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Come on. Come on, man. Power up. Now he's Arnold. Arnold. Come on, man. Come on, man. Stop playing. Stop playing. Come on, give it to me. Give it to me. Come on, man. Welcome to your doom. Come on, don't play with me. Don't play with me. Power up. Power up. Here come the whip appeals. You got the whip appeal on me. Don't play with me, baby.
Welcome to your doom.
What? 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 Na 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 na. Doom 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 no 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 meow meow meow. Sorry about interrupting you guys. I always do the dance, the last dance of the summer, but this time, this year, somebody told me that I couldn't. So I'm going to do my kind of dancing, my kind of gaming with a terrific partner that only told me that there are people willing to stand up for people no matter what it costs them. A person that showed me I can be all that I can be, the kind of person that I want to be. And that was Sega Genesis. Sorry, rest in peace. Patrick Swayze, Peace Ways, I love you. And I'm letting y'all know, Genesis, growing up, I got a video coming out. I want you guys to check it out. It's Mortal Kombat versus Mortal Kombat. Sega Genesis versus Super Nintendo. Like Biggie said, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis. When I was dead broke, yo, I couldn't picture this. I'm finally going to put it to rest because back in the day, it was always Super Nintendo versus Sega Genesis. And there's a split traffic of people with Mortal Kombat 1, the original Mortal Kombat, on Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo, and it's split down the middle. Because some people are like, yo, I like Super Nintendo's sound, I like the graphics, but no blood, and they changed the finishing moves. And then you got Sega Genesis, people's like, you got that blood code, but you ain't got the voices, the sounds, and the music. Well, ladies and gentlemen, in 2025, both games have been revamped and have remastered versions. There is a Sega Genesis arcade version for that Mortal Kombat 1, which is not represented on a Nintendo Switch. No Mortal Kombat is. Except for you get like Mortal Kombat 1 or Mortal Kombat 11. I mean like the online subscriptions. But then blood was also added to the Super Nintendo game. So now the Super Nintendo got that blood, which is what people didn't like. And we jumping into it. And now Genesis got that sound along with the blood, along with some better graphics. So now we gonna settle it one for all, free for all. Who is the best of them all? Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo, Mortal Kombat 1. Stay tuned for that video because we going in. Oh, we are going in. And as for this video, thank you for joining me for the Nintendo Power Hour with the Ring of Power and all 6 Infinity Stones. What we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, all 6 Infinity Stones is right here. Sorry, Vision. It ain't up in your forehead, brother. The Game Ninja owns the Infinity Stones, the Infinity Gauntlet, the Ring of Power, the one precious from Mordor. I am unstoppable, baby. So until next time, I'll see you guys from the Game Dojo. Jump into your Nintendo Switch. Check some stuff out and let me know. Hit me back and let me know if you finding some stuff too. Because I'm like I said, the Genesis being removed from that part, I don't know if it's being carried over to the new system and ain't nobody talking about it. There's a lot changing in the infrastructure, which is going to have to before the Nintendo Switch 2 launch. But if you come across anything that you're like, hey, that's kind of hinky, hit me up and let me know, because I'm still trying to figure it out, just like y'all, with the transfer from Switch 1 to Switch 2 and how it's going to go. I'm hoping it's a smooth, seamless transform, but I don't know how seamless it's going to be with so many people at one time hitting up their server, downloading Mario Kart, trying to do this, trying to do that, trying to transfer stuff over. I think their servers are going to be overloaded, but let's just see how it go. So until next time, keep that game tight like Kobe did on game night. Your game is on and it's strong, and when it's on, it's like hot buttered popcorn drizzle all over Donkey Kong. Till next time, next gameplay, next round, I'll see you. I'm the Game Ninja from the Game Dojo. Keep gaming.